Just have a seat right there.
If you're so aware of, like, how often these things go wrong, how the fuck could you have felt so confident to start talking direct shit to the officers so haphazardly? That's like the opposite of a survival instinct. Alright, I'll give it a chance. This.
On January 1st, 2023, a Portage County Sheriff's deputy was on patrol when he ran the plates of a vehicle in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. It came back showing the registered owner had a suspended license, so the deputy decided to conduct a traffic stop. Upon approach, the female driver, 33-year-old Nicole Golomsky, immediately began yelling and cursing.
Blade. Hey, Nicole.
Gas pump, look around, dude.
Well, the reason
you really
why
don't
I'm
have
pulling
anything better to do on New Year's Eve, New Year's night, New Year's Day, when there's all these motherfuckers. Get that out my eyes.
Jesus Christ,
I didn't do anything illegal.
I'm pointing right
do you
here.
know I know your is gonna pull me over? Okay. I saw you sitting at
why?
Hardee's.
Yes.
Because you're lazy and you don't want to pull over somebody with actually where you have to do paperwork.
Who has a suspended driver's license?
What is happening?
I got a suspended driver's license, but you can pull somebody over drinking and driving, right?
Okay, can I have your ID?
No. I don't have it with me. My name is Nicole Glumsky. You know who the I am.
Okay.
Because you just said I have a suspended license. Do what you gotta do with your dog.
Well, I have to verify that's who you are. I'm
don't
not
find anything. I don't give a f***. And your buddy back there can bring
She seems so nice. What the fuck?
Anytime.
I've never met you before.
This man pulled over an
I don't know
angel.
what you're talking about.
Why did you creep at Quick Trip until I left? Answer that.
Because I saw you had a suspended driver's license.
How did you see that if you're on the other side of the parking lot and then drove around my vehicle, then drove around again?
Okay, you know what? I don't.
Her boyfriend looks happy too.
I don't have to answer.
What's your name, sir?
He doesn't have to answer you, does he?
Why
Get it out of his eyes.
You're not wearing a seatbelt.
And neither the f am I. Neither am I.
I don't know that.
Oh well. Quit talking to him.
Oh, God damn. This relationship seems awesome. Wow. He must be super happy. This looks really pleasant. He's not even allowed to talk, speak for himself, or interact with other human beings without his girlfriend's permission, I guess. Fucking awesome. Epic. Nice work.
Boss, he does not need to tell you his name legally. You're not going to try to make somebody. He's a passenger.
Did I do anything
You are
wrong?
being... This is entrapment. Do you know that? You're going to get in trouble.
Entrapment.
Yes,
Entrapment.
it is.
I think I'm going to get in trouble.
It's
My sergeant's
trespass.
right here.
What is that called? Harassment.
Have you been drinking tonight?
That was like 4 different
Breathalyzer.
accusations there.
Breathalyzer.
Get it. Get it.
How do
And
I
I'm
know
not
that?
on
Your eyes are
probation.
glossy.
Yeah, I smoke a lot of weed.
You been smoking tonight?
Nope.
When's the last time you smoked?
None of your business. You smell weed? Nope. Are you going to find weed? Nope. Sorry, you wasted your time.
I don't actually. I think I do smell weed.
You do?
Uh-oh.
Search it. I told you, f***er. Get your dog.
I don't need a dog.
Do you got weed on you that you would put in my car?
Thanks for some honey,
Why would I have
chronic,
weed
and
on
You
mystic
seem like a dirty, lazy cop.
in Wara.
That's
So when you
unfortunate
dig through
to
my
think
car and you're that don't find nothing, don't be upset and then have to give me a ticket for suspended license and drive away like a piece of cop. Why don't
My
you-
man,
He
I
wasn't
wouldn't
wearing a
film
seatbelt.
this.
Didn't want
This,
to ID himself either.
your girl looks insufferable.
Dude, this guy waited at Quick Trip for me. For no reason, I'm pumping gas and doing my makeup. Ready to actually go to a friend's house
Okay,
and have a couple drinks.
how much have you had to drink already?
Not breathalyze me. I'm not talking to you no more.
All right, I'll be right back.
Even if she's right, I still don't like her. Yikes.
I walked up. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt. He's claiming he took it off, but I don't believe him. Neither one of them.
What?
had
Why?
it on.
Why would? What? That's like a totally reasonable thing. He pulled over and took his seatbelt off. What do you mean you don't believe him? Did you? Did you get a drone out and like watch him go in here without a seatbelt on or something? What do you mean you don't believe him? Like again, even if the girl's right, I still don't like her, and I don't like this cop either. What do you mean I don't believe him? His seatbelt maybe wasn't on, but his excuse is totally reasonable. Something very legitimate.
She's telling me she's the RO. She gave me her name, but she doesn't have a driver's license on her.
Okay.
So I could write her for that.
Yeah, check and
Plus,
see if you can
the
find
reason-
the driver's license picture.
Needs to be
Yeah, I
civilian.
stopped her for.
Yeah,
she's
Jeremy
suspected.
Dewitt used to impersonate officers.
Let me ask you
he's
something.
facing
So do you have a
19
valid
years in
driver's
jail.
license?
No,
No. So neither of you are leaving here then until
I
we have a
don't.
valid driver
You know
also.
what? I can walk away. can I?
Why would you take his seatbelt off, though? Because they parked and he probably thought he was going to have to get out of the vehicle?
You are detained.
How?
You're getting a citation.
That's
you're
not
not
being
going
detained.
anywhere.
That's not being detained.
Yeah, you're not leaving.
Okay, but when your is done giving me a ticket tag, I'm gonna...
Alert, suspended driver's license. Female.
That's not logical. I take off my seatbelt when the car's not moving anymore. If I park somewhere, I absolutely take off my seatbelt.
He says he don't have one either, but he won't identify himself.
Yeah, perfect. They can.
I don't see what's unreasonable about that.
Operator failed to have passenger seatbelted.
Yep. That's a citation.
She's getting a seatbelt and a
I'm not getting pulled over. Well, yeah, I guess I've never done it getting pulled over, but anytime the car's in park, I don't keep my seatbelt on. If I'm parked somewhere, that seatbelt's coming off.
Double-edged sword because of this already being suspended. She doesn't really have a driver's license. Otherwise, I was going to write it.
I was going to say with him is, I mean, if he says he had it on, he took it unless you saw that he didn't
Well, I
have
pulled
it
up behind them. They never took them off. They were, in my books, they were never wearing them. There's video from my squad. You never see them remove seatbelts or anything like that. They were, in my book, they were not wearing them.
Okay. It's up to you. It's your stop, so if you feel that he truly wasn't wearing his seatbelt and you have a violation, then he's required to identify himself for his citation. If he refuses to identify himself...
Well, I didn't write him a citation. I was going to write it to her.
But
instead of...
What I'm saying is he's obstructing an investigation. If he has got a citable offense that you intend on citing him for, then but it's up to you if you want to push it that far. If he says he doesn't have a license, he can sit on him until they get someone out here to pick them in the car up.
So then we're just going to have, I don't know, like Ghostfire's telling him we'll take him to jail to identify him and he can get booked in for obstructing?
God damn, this cop is out for blood.
That's your discretion. If you've got a citable offense, he's refusing to identify himself. He's, by law, is required to identify himself.
Yeah, this would be a simple
$10 ticket or a criminal...
Well, that and just a suspension. I wouldn't have even cared or wrote him. Like, this is unnecessary.
Yep.
Jesus. Well, you either have a $10 ticket or you're going to jail. Okay.
So are you willing to tell me who you are, what your name is, sir?
No, he doesn't have to. I'm telling him not to talk to you. Do not.
I'm not talking to you right now.
Okay, well, I don't want him
Stop
talking to
talking.
you. No.
You need to stop talking. Step out of the vehicle.
For no reason.
Step out. Come here. I'm going to talk to you back here.
No.
Huh?
Sir, do I have to listen to him?
Yes, you do.
You just asked a cop if you have to listen to a cop. What was your thought
I
process?
just want to know. Dude,
He's like, no, actually, you don't have to listen to him. He stinks. Like I said.
Why are you guys not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cops here?
Look at how you're reacting.
Because
I'm not trying to mistreat you. I'm not
time.
like trying to make you feel
No,
bad.
listen to me. Please let me finish.
Sure.
There's so many drunk crackheads, meth heads, alcoholics, people with so much stuff that if you pulled them over, you would actually, I don't know, it would feel like you were doing good because they were drinking and driving, or they had drugs, or they were doing something bad.
Okay.
But why pull
you physically told me that you're smoking weed all the time.
Yeah, that attitude didn't really work.
Saying my eyes are glassy, you smell weed. Actually, I do smell weed now. You know you don't. You don't smell weed, you don't smell alcohol. I haven't been drinking.
Okay, for
That's
one thing,
lying to me.
it would be lying if I was lying. I'm not lying to you.
Don't raise your voice at me, dude. I have daddy issues, and I don't like men. I don't trust them.
Listen.
I have PTSD. Do not talk to me like that. Do not.
What the fuck?
I'm not lying. Everything I say that we're talking about is
You know how
recorded.
scary this is when you see like this happen on the news? Where
None of this would even have gone this far or be to where it is right now.
Get held down by you guys and get choked
if
out.
you could at least have the slightest bit of
And
respect.
I am a Brad. I do not. I want to walk away from you because I don't owe you shit.
Listen,
but you know what you
walk
would
to
do?
the front of my car.
You know what you would do?
Jesus Christ.
You would physically hurt me. You would hold me
I'm not
down.
going to.
But if I tried
I'm not
to run
even going
away,
to touch you.
You would. You'd shoot my.
Just have a seat right there.
If you're so aware of like how often these things go wrong, how the fuck could you have felt so confident to start talking direct shit to the officers so haphazardly? That's like the opposite of a survival instinct. Thanks to the resub drink and the gift sub soul. And the resub Standia. Called entitlement, I guess, but now she's like fully breaking that facade. Like, oh fuck, you guys hold people down and choke them. Am I next? It probably would have been. Yeah, It just kept going on and on and on. Like, actually poking this cop's buttons. He was considering throwing you in jail off of a seatbelt citation. Like, how... Jesus. Playing with fire. Entitlement, she's mentally ill. Oh, I mean, I don't know about all that. It really does seem more like entitlement. From the second the cop even, like, came over, she fucking went nuts. And then, like, even, like, brought her boyfriend down hard. He's a tier 1 323. There you subdue him. That was pretty aggressive. I don't really care to see how it ends. I think I already know. Yeah, it looks about right. True, she was driving with a suspended license. I forgot about that. It transitioned so hard to a seatbelt citation, I totally forgot that she had a suspended license. And she also didn't even bring her license or anything, the suspended one. I actually totally even forgot that happened. I got so lost in her freak out, her fucking conniption. Show us how it ends. I don't really want to keep listening to her freak out. Here, we'll just go here.
Nicole was released and cited for failure to wear a seatbelt, operating while suspended, and failure to have a passenger wear a seatbelt.
That's what I'm doing at Quick Trip. But he said he saw that I have a suspended license when I don't have a front plate.
Keep it up. And I'm going to write you for obstructing for not giving me your ID.
Please do. I don't need to hear it. Not from you, and not from nobody.
Here's a citation for operating while suspended. There's a court date and time.
She's fucking tweaking right now. Is she like
$200.50.
trying to be like Harley Quinn or something? What is happening?
There's also a citation for you not wearing a seatbelt. Same court
Look,
date.
I told you he's going to write a ticket for everything because he's going to feel asked for, that he didn't find nothing.
Also, I'm giving you a citation for not having your passenger failing to wear his seatbelt.
She emoted by accident? Yeah, I guess.
They read him? Thank you. Have a nice night.
Yeah, you better figure out a way to get your car somewhere because you're not driving it.
I'm going to push it to where it needs to go. Good
Okay.
boy. You feel good?
Nope, we'll be here.
Fighting crime. I know you will because you don't want to do paperwork. You don't want to do your real job and go fight crime, right? You're a pig that don't know. No.
Still stand there and try to intimidate. What are you doing?
He ain't scared. He wants to fight a pig.
Okay, so make sure she doesn't drive out
He
of
wants
here.
to fight a girl.
She's gonna just drive out of here the second we leave, so
Then what do you?
it's up to you if you wanna
Yeah, we'll just hang out, I guess.
sit out here.
Push my vehicle.
He was just hanging out in the Hardee's before this anyway.
We can follow her and watch her push her vehicle for 2 blocks, I guess.
Call that tow truck. When that tow truck comes, you got to pay for that, right?
We can't allow her to leave though
The
without a
city does. Your
license,
boss
so
is going to be pissed. And I'm going to...
Jesus Christ, she's still going.
I totally agree. She's not leaving.
if it is going a couple of blocks up to her uncle's house, make sure you verify that that person is her uncle and that it's allowed to stay there.
Head over to codebluecam.com and
Oh, the merch plug right at the end. That was like a jump scare. That was so much louder than the actual video. What a wacky situation that was. Do they have like an aftermath report?
on January 1st, 2023, quality made merch that won't disappoint.
I couldn't remember if they do that at the end or not. I didn't remember if that was Code Blue or the other one. Jesus. No, people get arrested for a suspended license. I don't know if you get arrested. I think you actually just get a ticket for a suspended license. Well, I mean, at least she did. I don't know if that's commonplace or not.
It's almost, you definitely, yeah, you get that cat and mouse sense mentality. He got off of Rosecrans onto Willowbrook, then turned around.
Yeah, he's not exactly
He's
drifting
made a
around
very
anywhere.
random U-turn, so we've now seen 3 successive U-turns. Here comes a possible pit maneuver. He is certainly doing right about the ideal speed for a pit maneuver. Now, of course, he's going to speed up
like
a
the
little
speed
bit, but
limit.
that was a great opportunity there, and you can see there's not a lot of other collateral in the way here, so a perfect area to execute a
Thanks to
pit if
Resub
they have
Brit
the
and the
opportunity.
Prime Bug.
Fishtail the vehicle
Resub
out of
Amberg.
control, but there he is. He's coming out the other end there, now pulling back on to...
This is
looks like he's
by
back
my
on
house. I can
Alameda,
hear
so
the
he is now
helicopter.
going
Well, get out and do something. What the fuck?
Back on Alameda, and it doesn't look like they made contact.
Are you serious?
You thought for a second that they were going to pull up right behind him.
Protect your community.
That pit, but it does not look like they made contact with the rear.
Bro, this is the slowest chase. Yeah, it's not very fast.
Boxed in here. Look at this. Over the double yellow lines, through another red light here, going around all that traffic, no cross traffic. They're going to make it with.
This is such a common occurrence in LA now.
Boulevard, where there was a stale red, but no traffic, fortunately. And there's the night sun. That is LA County Sheriff's night sun, shining a light on him again, giving him all the awareness he needs to know that he has eyes on him from every angle imaginable. Look at this. Railroad tracks. Do they go through the railroad tracks with them? 1, 2, potentially a third. Look at them all going through the railroad crossing as the gates are about to drop.
Oh.
I mean, this has a video game feel to it, Mark, and some of these drivers.
Yeah, the slowest game ever. What do you mean?
As if they are in the middle of a video game, and certainly some of the stuff we're seeing here
tonight
gives you that feel. But anyways, they all made it through the railroad crossing with him as the gates were about to come down. Now he's on one of these side streets. We'll see if he decides to dump the vehicle. Again, this was a stolen vehicle, and when it's a stolen vehicle, you never know how much gas is in the tank. It could be a full tank, it could be a quarter tank or less.
True.
And he starts running out, and then he has to look for a spot to just run for it.
Right over the speed bump.
He's not going to come out with his hands up, but we could be wrong, and hopefully he does. In any event, these side streets provide lots of hiding opportunities if he doesn't. And so they will have plenty of units in the area with the assistance of LA County Sheriff to form a perimeter if he starts to hide out. But now he's on an alleyway. Again, all CHP here that we're looking at. But again, you have to imagine that the Sheriff's Department is working to get their way into the area because they are going to need some help here in the event they have to form a containment area or a perimeter.
Crazy that this is a sport in the city. Yeah, isn't that wild? Okay, let's skip along here.
Hand this off to the local CHP closer to recap that.
It really is kind of a
even that
slower chase.
On another head-on situation there, he goes around, swerves around him, but again, notice the slow speed here. He is conserving fuel and maybe on borrowed time in terms of the gas tank. We'll see here, but for some reason, the driving has slowed down dramatically.
It's almost like a police escort at this point.
Nope. Yep. Would have been a good place, but once again, the likelihood of a pit maneuver just went up again because at these speeds, this is the perfect situation. Most of these streets are pretty desolate, as you can see at this time of the night. Not a whole lot of traffic, lots of commercial warehouses, no collateral damage, slow crawl by, and that'll. Okay, that's an access road. This will take you.
I am surprised they're not pit maneuvering his ass here.
Those exit, those kind of like access roads that could take you off of Rosecrans onto, in this case, Spring Street. He made just a few days ago. You can't forget that pursuit on Friday, where there was a getaway vehicle ready under an overpass to take the suspect away, and the pursuit continued. So even if the vehicle's on borrowed time, if he's determined and has a network in this neighborhood, he may have any different tracks. Since he's been off the tire, looks a little wobbly. Potential neighborhoods, but it still looks like the vehicle's, driving okay. I guess okay.
It's just very slow.
Tire looks a little wobbly. What do you think, Rob? Can we push in there? It does look like that front tire.
I can't see shit. There's a tree there.
In my imagination, it appears a little bit wobbly, but again, it could be an optical illusion.
It looks pretty normal to me, Chuck.
Well, it's definitely not flat. That was a good shot there. Nice close-up as he makes this illegal U-turn at Santa Fe
You skipped the spike? I don't think so. The spike happened not too long ago.
Again on Rosecrans. You can count the units there, upwards of a half a dozen, as he slowly reverses course on Rosecrans and just barely making that right turn now onto McDivitt Avenue, another residential
street. You did skip it? Where was it?
He may be, there's little tubes, bike, and this neighborhood, he may have the
Hey, you want to watch this chase?
To,
come on. I know. This guy's really, he's going through it right now.
So well, he just switched vehicles, pulled a switcheroo under the overpass. But in any event, there's the spike. There's the spike.
Oh, I missed it.
There's the spike, and
Where?
that looks like it was an event. There's the spike. There's the spike. There's the spike.
That looks like it was not even close.
So well, he just switched vehicles, pulled a switcheroo under the overpass. But in any event,
oh, that was pretty close. Yeah, nice.
There's the spike, and that looks like it was a successful spike strip. That was a really clever spike. That was a pretty lengthy spike strip. I didn't even see it right away, and I don't think he saw it either. Ran right over it.
He's
and we'll
live
see
on
how
Kick.
The vehicle starts to behave. If it behaves any differently.
No, that sounds like
right
a joke.
Now, if it was a good spike, definitely not flat. You can cap a little speed over that speed bump, but it does not look like those tires are running flat. The hazards, yeah, that's his hazard lights. They have been on for a chunk of time. I'm
that's
not
nice.
Sure if they were on at the very beginning, but they've been
Thanks,
blinking for a little while.
The prime onage and Risa Rebecca.
Those rear view mirrors, which we've mentioned, they have been hanging off by ever since that. I think ever since he made contact with those fences.
It's real.
Maybe even
right,
before that.
check.
So he has
I doubt it,
rear
though.
view mirrors, just the one in his inside the vehicle.
What would that category be?
But yeah, the hazards are on. The lights have been
just
on the
criming.
whole time. Just difficult to see. We were able to get a glimpse of the passenger seat,
bro.
which is empty.
So
we don't know for sure.
You want me to swing it?
Back seats are actually turned. But we'll find out soon here. But in any event, he's now back onto Santa
This guy is
Fe.
not the guy in the chase.
That's a northbound turn.
It's just a guy on the road.
Let's count once again, Mark or Rob. I just want to see. He's got 3, 4.
The cops did just blow by, though.
4 units. And by the way, I think some of these units may have actually been.
No, there is a guy live on Kick saying IRL car chase, but he's not the actual suspect. He's just a guy in LA listening to the police chase.
Par for the course here once you switch into the CHP South LA division. Both may be deflating. He's now at Compton Boulevard.
Thanks, the resub Gene.
And there's a better shot. Look at that. Yeah, they're both, actually both. So the right tires hit the spike. It looks like maybe the left tires were spared. But both of those right tires, the front and the rear, are now basically down to the rim.
Yeah, this chase kind of sucks.
There's no air left, and he is riding on those rims. That's where that smoke is coming from. That is going to dramatically affect the steering of this car. It's only a
Satoshi, the Prime Bluesy.
Maybe slightly older model. Can't say for sure, but this vehicle, I think we can say now, is on borrowed time.
I mean, it's still going, so she's really got some steam to her.
It looks like the back seat's empty, but there's something.
Thanks, resub Jen.
Is that his hand? I'm trying to make out what is sticking. Is that? I think that might be his cell phone, actually. It might be a shot of his cell phone through that front window, which is rolled down. I thought he was sticking it out the window for a second, but you can see the display from my...
He actually is on his phone. It's not that... I have the Kick stream up. It's not the guy streaming on Kick. But this guy is on something. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just on the phone, but it looks like there's some blue down here, so it looks like it's some kind of app.
I think that might be his cell phone, actually. It might be a shot of his cell phone through that front window, which is...
Oh, yeah, maybe he's on Facebook Live right now.
It out the window for a second, but you can see the display from, I think, a cell phone. So he's driving with his right hand. Looks like he's got a cell phone in his left hand. And, you know, worth reiterating, the speeds still not really breaching 35 or 40 miles per hour. So it's turned into a bona fide joyride at this rate, but it's not going to end. Not going to end well for him, and he's not going to make it easy. You just don't get that impression. But again, hopefully he does. Hopefully he's using this time to think about things a little bit more clearly.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's using this time for.
If he's a career criminal and just,
man, what was I doing? Why did I do this to myself?
We'll see what happens.
Can't believe I've done this.
Those right tires are now done, and the speeds have been affected as he's now making his way down Long Beach Boulevard. Northbound Long Beach Boulevard at about 30 miles per hour, coming up on Cedar Avenue here in Compton. And again, a fresh pursuit package now in tow.
I guess that's a good point.
CHP's
We're just going to sit here and slowly watch him run out of gas. Awesome. Cool chase. Why even bother? Just hit this, just pull over. Just be like, hey guys, I didn't see you there. I didn't know I couldn't do that. I think it's a prime blur. Maybe he's banking on, like, staying up super late driving around and everyone falls asleep in the police department, so the helicopter pilot's like, alright guys, I gotta go home. I'm ready to snooze. Same with the cops, and he's like, alright, I win. Just a war of attrition.
Yeah, and the longer this goes on, I think there's no choice but to wonder why. Why haven't they done it sooner? Now, again, we're armchair quarterbacks. These guys are working with intelligence about the suspect, about the other crimes that may be involved here. A lot of information that we don't have. So, again, take all this with a grain of salt. But why are they letting this go so long when I have seen many opportunities for a very safe pit maneuver that would have brought this most likely to an end? Now, maybe it could be that after his maneuver earlier,
Jesus Christ, what is the point?
More carefully about that, because they know that
at least do like some donuts or something on the way out. Holy fuck!
There's like a 180, and he's then face to face with those officers. He has no problem if the vehicle would set up at least.
And this is still going right now. How?
Sure.
Just go home. Just go home. Maybe he is. It looks like it's finally over.
Yep,
this is so embarrassing. Oh my god.
The rims. We have seen some sparks flying. I think that's actually coming from the bumper, but we have seen some smoke coming from, I think, the remainder of the rubber. In any event, he is now zigzagging his way once again.
Zigzagging? Are we watching the same thing?
Residential neighborhood, and I
He's
hesitate to call
slowly pitter-pattering down the street.
He may very well be more familiar with these.
He's running on two tiddlywinks of tires.
Really in any position to outrun these officers, not at these speeds, and certainly not in the condition of the vehicle. He knows that he's on borrowed time. He knows better than we do.
Yeah, it is literally giving out right now.
And you know, while as crazy as this pursuit has been at times, and
it can't even fully make this. Oh god!
This
got a little second wind.
More than a joyride for the last however many minutes. I mean, this has really been just a casual cat and mouse game with these officers.
Cat and mouse game. It hasn't even been that.
No distance between.
They're just watching him slowly bleed out gas.
More sparks coming off there. That front right rim is probably going to be the first one to go here. That is really.
He's a prime gamer.
It's a front-wheel drive car, and I don't
guess
think.
Sylvie.
It looks like that rim is already starting to come apart.
Oh, jinkies. Holy fuck. If somebody just threw a banana peel down here, Mario Kart style, it might be enough at this point.
Yep.
Hey man, at least he's being safe. Yeah, just pull over at this point. This car is, it's like going jogging speed. Like, just why even bother? $50cc. Sure, yeah, it's a 50cc chase.
I mean, while we're on the topic, something very similar happened to me many years ago. Seeing my own car pull out of my driveway.
Oh, I thought you were going to say his chase.
My car drive in the opposite direction, only to be found days later in pretty similar condition, unfortunately.
That sucks.
It was
Damn.
87 Monte Carlo, but we won't talk about that.
I can't wait. I'm getting so much lore on the caster. I see why he's so attached to these police chases now. He's like Batman. The thing he feared most was his car being stolen, so he became a car chase commentator. That's LA living.
At somebody. I mean,
yeah, I guess so. Seth Rogen loves it, though. Remember he made that whole tweet about his car being broken into 15 times and how he's always excited when it happens or whatever?
Not what I would expect. I kind
what a
of,
saint.
based on the driving and the circumstance here, you felt like he was just kind of taking it easy, but he looks angry. He looked very animated there for a minute, and that is not a good sign, I have to say. I mean, that, you know, I was hoping, really hoping that with the turn of events and the condition of the vehicle that he would have some time to calm down, but he is still very energetic and was clearly yelling at somebody there. Not sure what that was all about. In any event, continuing now northbound Long Beach Boulevard. Normally a much busier...
Oh my god, how is he still going?
Tuesday night,
what the fuck?
A lot of pedestrians out. You still see the helicopter circling this pursuit. You see some of the neighboring jurisdictions here.
It's like the world's saddest Macy's kind of Thanksgiving Day parade.
Some cases
like all the cars are just stopped and they're all just like waiting for him to slowly fucking dinkily drive by. Fucking wave on the way.
Still driving pretty steady here,
Christ.
The fact that those
just
right
stop. God damn.
He's managing to maintain about 25 miles per hour now on Long Beach Boulevard. So it has not slowed him down entirely, at least not yet. But if he stays here, maybe they'll have the opportunity. Yeah,
it looks like even he's asleep.
I was about to say, if he stays on this track, certainly a possibility they may be able to set up for another spike strip, at least on the driver's side.
Ugh. I think one speed bump will be the end of this story. Can we maybe try and like funnel him towards like a speed bump? Because there's no way this fucking thing makes it over it like the little engine that could. That's in game. Now let's just set up like a little blockade, push him down one of these side streets that likely has a speed bump, and call it a day.
Almost every time that we've even been able to peek through that driver's side window, he's had that phone on, whether he's texting somebody, calling somebody, or like you said, maybe streaming ABC7 at this point. Who knows? But that is most likely what those watch commanders are doing.
I really like this commentator.
Back at the CHP station.
He probably is watching the stream.
Very picture right now as he continues to maneuver through South LA here in Compton. This time he's made that turn onto MLK Boulevard, and you see now CHP creating.
He can't even get up to 35 miles per hour. That's just a mockery at this point.
Coming to a stop. The vehicle's slowing down even more.
Oh, if it stops on the stop, though, that'd be so good.
And slowing down even more. It's a stop sign, but he's barely going to make it through this intersection. I think the vehicle is starting to give him problems. We've said that before, and he's, gassed it.
Thanks for the gift sub, Jello.
Continue the pursuit, but I think he is He's really,
at that
really
point,
crawling
Sylvia, I'm
now.
just
So
gonna
towards
back
with
up
these
just a little bit
officers,
to be safe.
They are ready to bring this.
Oh, here we go. There could be a
They're
speed
ready to
bump
make
here.
that felony
There could be a
arrest.
speed bump, which may as well be a
Decide to pull
landmine at
over.
this point.
I don't see him getting
Because that
very
car will
far.
be
He does
fucked on it.
decide to run on foot, but we'll see what kind of stamina he's got left here. He is certainly that last time that we saw him was pretty animated behind the wheel of the car. Look at this cross traffic here at the stop sign, continuing through that.
No speed bumps yet. Do speed bumps exist in LA?
Sirens coming through here, and now he comes back out.
God
on the
damn
other
it!
side of that residential street, back onto Long Beach Boulevard. This time, though, making a right turn onto the southbound side of Long Beach Boulevard, and once again, able to keep that wheel steady and pretty much driving in a straight line.
24 miles per hour, huh?
Per hour, despite the fact that he is missing 2 right tires. Basically down to the rims. The left tires appear to be in good shape, and he's now going through a major red here.
It is
Long Beach.
This is the 20th fucking intersection where all the cars are just stopped knowing it's coming and just waiting.
He's been hesitant.
Like, come on, Bozo, can you fucking hurry this up?
Which would put him into Linwood.
Can you just drive by now?
But in any event, he's heading in that direction now. So he's made plenty of U-turns, and if history is any indicator, he will probably make another U-turn soon here as he ventures.
He can't make a U-turn. He won't. The car can't do it.
Most comfortable in. He started this pursuit over an hour ago in this general vicinity. He has ended up here. Hard to imagine that he's going to get too far away from here, but with the pressure behind him, anything's possible, right? So we'll see as he continues.
Oh my God! Why are you even bothering?
Look at this. Still
Look at what?
able to accelerate at a decent clip.
He's accelerating? I can't even tell.
Bypassing the entrance ramp there, had an opportunity to get on the freeway, and now he's going a tick faster. What do we say? About 40 miles per hour? Right around 40, 45 miles per hour as he accelerates underneath the 105 freeway into Linwood. Or am I right about that? Are we still?
This is gonna be a fucking 3-hour chase. This car is running off of dreams.
I guess we're now we're in combat.
It's transcended gas.
Southbound Long Beach Boulevard.
Oh my God! It's fucking cruising. Where did this come from?
Maybe more than a little bit of distance between himself and that primary.
Did he run over like a gas pump or something that gave him some juice?
How far back is that lead unit? We've got one unit about 8 car lengths back, speeding up behind him.
I think he's fucked now.
Turn, no U-turn, just a left turn now onto Carlin Avenue, back into a residential neighborhood. More sparks flying from that front right rim. And how many other of those units were able to make that turn? Are they all still behind him? My guess is yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units, 4 CHP units.
Thanks to the resub.
Still the lead agency in this pursuit, despite everything we've seen here this evening, and it makes perfect sense when you consider the fact that he has literally rammed into police vehicles during the course of this pursuit. Now making a right turn onto Bullis Road off of Carlin. You see the sheriff's helicopter still up in the air.
This is the worst police chase ever.
They circle these intersections doing really tight orbits.
The police chase where they tracked or stopped the drunk Amish buggy was more high octane than this.
These are narrower streets, less likely that we'll see a pit maneuver here. But California,
I doubt. Why would they pit maneuver here around like other cars and shit? They would have done it in the vacant back alley. They're not going to pit maneuver him.
Light traffic overall, but certainly the danger exists nonetheless. I mean, especially if he's still able to accelerate through some of these intersections, anything is possible, and we certainly don't even want to use our imaginations, because we've certainly seen what some of these people are capable of, and you just hope that this ends in a peaceful fashion, or at least a peaceful resolution.
You just hope it ends in general. This car may never stop. It's like the train from Snowpiercer.
Down a bit after we saw more sparks flying out of the right side.
Just pit maneuver him here. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's fucking nothing. God damn it. Oh, that was the slowest turn of all time. Just put him out of his own misery here. This car, like the car's gone through enough at this point. Please. What is this thing? A Kia? Have mercy on it. Thanks the bits, Turtle, and the Prime Ocelot. I have no idea, Turtle.
The calculations that he's making here, and certainly some of the behavior that we're seeing, makes you wonder, at least possible and worth raising the question, if he's under the influence. We know the original.
The answer is yes.
GTA, Grand Theft Auto, but you know, there's nothing saying that can't be. You know, might be other things at play here, and if he is under the influence, that will certainly play into how this all ends up. But he is doing a circle around this neighborhood now on McMillan Street at Bradfield, coming back up to Bullis, North Bullis Road. If he makes a right turn, that'll be the direction he came in here. But he's basically circling these neighborhoods.
Oh, did he hit a speed bump? I wasn't looking. It made it?
But
he made it over a speed bump?
Speeding over a number of speed bumps, which are a real challenge for those.
Oh, fuck. I zoned out. I wasn't looking.
Right wheels, especially considering that even those rims are on really borrowed. I mean, at some point, if he accelerates too much, he will eat right through those rims, and eventually you've got nothing left but axle. We're not there yet. You can still see the rims spinning there, but at some point,
Knuckle and the Rain Beauty. Thank you for that, and congrats. Good shit. Thanks to the bits realist.
Yeah, especially for a Kia, right? I mean, it's a small, compact vehicle. I mean, these are not
oh my God, just
trucks. And
what is the point? Why is he still going?
Numerous times, and they can go all night long. We had one maybe just about 6 months ago that went for like 8 hours down the freeway, even at a snail's pace.
8 hours?
Tire on the 18-wheeler was flattened by spike strips. The thing just kept on going. This is not that. This is a small, compact vehicle that is not designed to endure this type of damage. So he's kind of just weaving his way through here. Bradfield, we were here just a moment ago, now turning off at K. He's on Bradfield, and now his next major here is Rosecrans. He'll turn westbound onto Rosecrans.
this guy's leaning out, clapping.
Sticking their cell phone out the window. So you already.
That must have been a fucking fire angle there. This has actually turned into a sport in LA.
Pursuit and taking pictures and video while they're at it here.
Man, maybe this really will go 8 hours. I kind of want to go fill up my water, but I don't want to miss anything, if there's anything to miss. There, you know what? I'm actually going to do that here. I'll give you like a minute buffer here. I'll be right back. I'm fucking thirsty. I don't think I'm gonna miss anything.
If he accelerates too much, he will eat right through those rims.
You can watch this guy clap for him again.
We're not there yet. You can still see the rims spinning there, but at some point, they will start to come apart. Might be a very different call during the day too, but at night, and this has been the pattern all night.
Thanks, Mitch, Tummy, and the Prime Joe, and Pizza.
Night, not a whole lot of people out, just occasionally a few cars at the lights, but that's about it. And so, why not, right? If they feel that it's
endurance
safe
build.
This is safer than the alternative.
Yeah, endurance build.
Do. And I was actually, yeah, he's probably just as surprised as we are that the car's still rolling. But yeah, he's enjoying every minute of it.
And Brian Hardy.
If he is under the influence, that has been, which has been the case many, many times, where they enjoy their last smokes and their last beer in the driver's seat. Before going to jail. In any case, we don't know that that's the case here. No indication.
I'm just going to tell you it's probably the case.
Our information that he's under the influence, but certainly the behavior has been very erratic and a little bit aggressive at times,
nice,
which
Sylvie.
is a little bit surprising to me. But again, he's got his now left hand on the wheel, and his right hand, I can't tell if he still has the phone or if it's something.
He's like shaking something.
Looks like a bottle. Yep.
Is it?
There you go.
Oh, it is.
Well,
nice.
Just as we were saying, very well may be enjoying his last beer. You never know.
It seems like that might be the case. Oh no, wait, he's doing whippets. He 100% just did a fucking whippet, didn't he? That is my man, that is not a beer. This guy is doing whippets. What the fuck? That absolutely explains it. That's why he's shaking it. Yep, wow. What a absolute degenerate. Holy shit. Even more so than I already knew him to be.
Definitely a little bit more weaving than he was. I was pretty surprised he was able to keep it as straight as he was, but it now looks like that vehicle is behaving a little bit differently. Still, those right rims, by the way, the rubber's completely gone, so the tires have flown off.
I haven't heard them say that yet, Sylvia, but I might have missed it.
Pure
Thanks
rim
to bits, Rebecca and Ron.
asphalt, and
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ron. That's awful.
still carrying the vehicle, but I think you're right. I think it's starting to affect.
Thanks to the resub rain.
In any event, made a turn now back onto Carlin Avenue. Again, worth noting that these are all streets. In fact, every turn he's made in the last few minutes has been repeat adventures. He has been on all of these streets multiple times, essentially doing
They are repeat adventures.
What may or may not be his neighborhood. He has certainly made the decision to stay around here, and, you know, again, always worth repeating, this is where it all started, at least in this part of town. So
I know where is it all run.
You can draw your own conclusions. It may very well turn out to be his neighborhood.
The AI stuck in a loop. Yeah. And he definitely does have the infinite gas cheat on, too. That's an awful combination. This might just be an 8-hour chase. It really might. Good lord. Why don't they do something other than chase him? I thought they would have pit maneuvered him in some of the desolate areas they visited, but I guess not. They might just have different laws out there for how to handle these, because we've never actually seen them act.
You're absolutely right. The endurance level, the adrenaline spikes, they are very real, and they come into play so much so that these officers are trained on how to deal with those roller coasters of emotions that are going through. There's a lot of multitasking going on, and then there's a lot of emotions during these pursuits. And in this case, we know that that lead unit has been replaced at least once, maybe twice. It wouldn't surprise me if it was even more than that, even when we weren't watching or didn't catch it.
Oh my god.
Just
pull into one of these driveways, man. Take your last whippet and just let it be over. It's fucking awful.
Position for too long. For that very reason, it's something that they have done studies on, they have trained on, and they're aware of. That is something that can complicate the actual arrest, and it can complicate the actual safety of the driving behind the wheel of these pursuing officers, because they are human beings just like you and me, and they have their own endurance.
Why do you just throw out the window?
These are stressful episodes. I mean, you know, we are, as a culture here in Los Angeles, fairly obsessed with these. They are
what is he pointing at?
To watch on TV, but they are
he's pointing at us! Hey, you fucking weirdo!
The reason we air them is for public safety first and foremost, because there is so much danger involved. And one of the many dangers is that in many cases, not only private citizens who get hurt, but law enforcement officers who get hurt as well, because the driving, you have to now mirror, in some cases,
who's he talking to, though?
Maniacs driving behind the wheel of the pursuit vehicle, and then you have to try and keep up with them, or try and outsmart him, or whatever the case may be. And again, that is a mental exercise. It's a real workout for all of the officers involved, but like you said, especially those lead units right behind the suspect.
Oh my. The dude on the bike could probably just catch up to him, honestly. Like, talk him down, like, hey, just stop. Like, just fucking stop. Thanks to the resub trooper in fresh. Yeah, I'm surprised they don't just hit him with another spike strip. Like, they have a million. Oh, it's finally. No, it's I can't tell. Is this live? Yeah. Oh no, he just stopped to to get some more whippets in.
Look at this.
Oh, they're so excited.
Right? Because this has now been going on long enough that, as you mentioned, neighbors are well aware of the commotion. They are well aware of what's going on with technology. They've already received the breaking news notifications. They've got Citizen on their phone. They're aware of this. And now you start to see some people coming out to either take part in it, to catch a glimpse of it.
He's a little local celebrity now.
Or social media post. Certainly ill-advised, but in this case, it's almost inevitable. The longer the pursuit goes on, I'm almost surprised we haven't.
If he keeps driving, he can't go to jail. That's the plan.
Earlier in the day, maybe we would, but in any case, we have not seen that much. But we certainly hate to see a pedestrian jump into position anywhere near this pursuit, because you just never know. Even at these slow speeds, you just never know how it's going to end, and God forbid it ends right at that moment.
Violet.
You then pose a real problem
fire.
For law enforcement, because they have to look out for crossfire situations. They have to reevaluate their use of force in a position where they might need to use force. Whatever the case may be, it's just a much cleaner situation when the streets are clear, the sidewalks are clear. And
that would be big brain. That would be big brain, Sylvie.
Certainly, I hope it stays that way. It's a pretty calm night. Like I said, not a whole lot of traffic to begin with out here. Very few pedestrians, but certainly folks are well aware of what is playing out in their neighborhood, where, even 10 years ago, might not have been the case. It might have taken a little longer for word to spread. People say turn on the TV, and then by the time you make it to the TV, whatever. But right now, everybody is well aware of what's going on here.
Yep. Right you are, Chris. Oh, God. Why is he still go? How long has this been? This has been like a little over an hour. Yeah, a little over an hour. Whoa, Jesus.
Look at this.
What was that plan?
Absolutely unnecessary.
What the fuck?
The vehicle, almost as if she wanted to give him a high five. Okay, this is nothing compared to some of the things that we've seen in the past, but that's the type of behavior that could certainly get somebody hurt. It's really
yeah, what an idiot. This guy's literally doing whippets behind the wheel. I'm surprised he hasn't crashed.
Clear example of what we were just talking about.
What an absolute goddamn imbecile.
Maybe they know him, and maybe they know that he's not a threat to them. But that's not the point, right? Because there are so many other factors here. It's just not worth it. The danger is all too real, and now we're seeing more and more people pulled over.
The whole neighborhood has come out to film this.
These are professional photographers. These are
not blast
news media. These are neighbors who are coming out to partake in the commotion out here tonight, and you see a lot more people now with their phones out.
It is the entire neighborhood. Yeah.
Yep.
How has he still got gas? I just don't even get it. Thanks to resubmit. I also just can't believe they haven't bothered to just spike the tires again. He's going 15. And he's doing circles.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. The driving now continuing at a snail's pace back on Santa Fe Avenue. Again, another major thoroughfare that we have been on plenty this evening. The lights turning green for them, and they are continuing to roll right through these intersections at no more than 25 miles per hour. It's been a while since we've seen him deviate. He's been pretty much on this the same pattern for a while, and so I'm starting to wonder why we haven't even seen another spike strip.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Those left tires. It's easy for me to say, but I would imagine that that's something they wish they could do to further disable the vehicle. But so far, just those right tires that have been incapacitated. Now he's on 2 right rims and then 2 left tires that appear to be intact. But at these speeds, he's been able to maintain.
Can't someone just pull up next to him and slash the tires?
Probably.
What do you think they are? Police officer samurais? Slash his tires with what? Their katana on the way by? No, man. I mean, if you want to make it like an action movie, they could drive by and shoot the tires, but even that's not going to be effective. They'll probably miss. It's not like an easy shot to hit, and it just puts all of these spectators in danger.
You know, it's definitely, you know, on TikTok, you can go viral really quick. So it looks like he's continuing through, kind of almost enjoying the attention. And we saw just a few minutes ago, it looked like he was sipping on something.
He's
not. Know what it was.
He wasn't sipping on what you think he was.
Whatever it was, I think he polished it off because it was basically the end of the last few drops you saw, and then I think now I almost saw another.
Thanks
well,
to the bits
next.
next.
A reflection. I thought I saw the cell phone, but actually his window is back up, right? His window is back up. That's all reflection at this point. So, yeah, we haven't had a clear glimpse of him in a few minutes, but it seems as though he is just enjoying these last few minutes of freedom, or maybe another hour. Who knows?
Gee, I hope it's not another hour, man. Like here's just a really good opportunity. You can just pit him here. We've seen one car in the last 4 minutes. Just please, the Kia will say thank you. This car is begging to just be stopped. just a little tiny bump, just a little love tap.
Or at any point, do we see them change the tactic, if at all?
That's exactly.
Not. I mean, we've discussed why.
Is the narrator in the stream? That is what I'm saying. I just said that.
To the end. But the slower he gets, I mean, as he makes his way into different areas. I mean, here's another wide open area. Still has some residences here, but do they pull up next to him? Do they try and communicate with him? Do they try and maybe talk some sense? Or is somebody trying to reach him? Is he calling a family member? These are all the things that go through my head. Or are they just riding blind behind him, completely unaware of what his next move is? Now, nobody can read his mind, but, again, they are usually working with more information than we are. So we're just spectators, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, we are just spectators.
I would imagine they've made some effort to find out more about the suspect and more about the crime here, but if it was a fresh stolen,
thanks
and,
bits Barzwell, the resub juice,
they just caught up with the LoJack, then that might be all they are aware of. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I think that's it has to be a conscious decision. It was definitely intriguing at first, but it's clearly a tactic at this point to not employ the pit. They made the conscious decision to try the spike. They haven't tried it again, at least as far as we're aware. They must be confident that the vehicle's on borrowed time, which makes sense, and that the gas tank only has a finite amount of fuel. And
But infinite possibilities.
Anticlimactic at the end, I'm afraid. Right, yeah, exactly.
Thanks to the resub Mel and the Bits Moon.
That's what they're hoping, yep.
Those are the only officers on the road. They're not even bothering to stop traffic anymore.
Mona Boulevard, continuing towards 130th at a snail's pace here, but still in the city of Compton. We have not really left that general area. He is in Compton, maybe kind of on the edge of Willowbrook now, but he's not traveled very far, hasn't covered a whole lot of real estate in the last hour or so. He's basically just circling the same.
If he hits a pothole, that might also be the game ender.
At least it appears he is a known entity by some of the folks who have come out this evening. Certainly.
Well, no, it's just they've all seen the stream.
Approached the vehicle almost.
So they knew he was coming by.
You have to wonder what that was all about, and you have to wonder almost. I didn't see it. I don't think that I've seen any of these units drop out, but I almost, in some cases, would imagine that one of the pursuing officers would stop and talk to that woman to see if they do know who he is. Maybe
they don't. They fucking don't.
That appeared to be somebody.
They just wanted a little TikTok video.
Was aware of the pursuit and aware that he was coming through, and there's probably more of that. We're certainly seeing a lot more folks with their phones out as he makes his way around the same general area now on East.
Thanks to Prime Frozen and the resub Solar. Maybe Sylvie. Oh God, Jesus. Oh man. There is just nobody here. This is just such a good opportunity. Just give him the lightest little bumper bump, anything, and the car is done. And you've done Kia a great service.
So the answer
is pitiful.
We're not aware of it. However, it certainly would be one of the things that they are considering that would explain some of the tactics that we've seen.
What tactics? The tactic is we'll wait till he runs out of gas.
Already
it
shown
sucks.
A willingness to use
it fucking sucks.
As a weapon, which certainly counts as a deadly weapon. Aside from that, whether he is armed inside the vehicle, whether he's got a gun or a knife or whatever else, we don't know. We have not heard reports to that effect, but that doesn't mean that they aren't
tactical
aware of
patience.
The vehicle, because that is also something that in many cases would preclude them from attempting a pit maneuver. That's one of the things that makes you think twice about getting into a pit maneuver with somebody who's heavily armed. Now, it certainly happens, but it's one of the things that goes into the decision-making process, and it's something that we have seen here, and a clear intent to not pit him again. Again, it could just be a coincidence, but so far, no reports of any weapons. Right.
Oh, God. Jeepers creepers, Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, right.
Why?
25 miles per hour. We'll go ahead and throw up our real-time speed tracker, dipping below 15 miles per hour, so really slowing down now. Back on Santa Fe.
Is this still a chase? No, it's watching a wounded animal slowly roll around.
We have been on Santa Fe numerous times over the last 30 minutes, if not more. Actually, again, all of these streets are looking really familiar. We've moved a little bit further to the east and north, but or west and north towards Willowbrook, but still in the same general vicinity as he's kind of meandered around here, almost looking for attention. Again, enjoying the ride. He's got the window's been up and down at times. It looks like the window might be cracked now. I can't get a clear view inside, I do see the reflection there. But other than that, he is going right through another red light here. So these, look at that. Well, 1, 2, 3.
Man, so many
people.
So many spectators.
Pursuit, phones ready, and trying to catch a glimpse.
This is gonna have so many angles.
More smoke coming from that right rear rim.
Oh wait, he sped up.
He has sped up a little bit. Now closer to 25 miles per hour.
He was embarrassed, I guess. Don't look at me, not in my shame.
And a little bit of smoke coming from the rear of the vehicle.
Thanks to the resub. New in the Prime Gamer.
Southbound Santa Fe coming up on Rosecrans Avenue for the umpteenth time during this pursuit. He will have a decision to make there. I guess he could go through, but I think he's going to set up for a turn here. We'll see what happens, but he is coming up on Rosecrans after the stop sign here. Several cars there, and another major off of his
TikTok famous by morning easy. Yeah, maybe that's the play. It's all a clout play.
I believe, yeah. So he's got the red light.
Oh, they didn't stop this side.
Traveling at a snail's pace. He kind of peaked at 30 miles per hour there and is now crawling once again back up to this intersection. No braking, just slowing.
A vigilante's trying to block him.
In front of him, and weaving just around that vehicle through the red light. Why that person is doing that? No idea, but you saw that
they're going to turn around and arrest that guy, I'm telling you.
Shine that spotlight right into that vehicle driver's side window. Like, what are you doing? Don't do that. Some more sparks flying now, some more smoke coming from the rear of the vehicle. Again, those right tires completely gone. Nothing but rim on the right side of the vehicle. Hazard lights on.
I bet that guy was sitting there for a minute because he had plenty of time. Oh!
There's the drink. It looks like maybe a water bottle that he threw
I don't know about that.
More smoke.
I bet that guy though that tried to block him was sitting there for like 10 minutes like, alright, he's coming this way. I can do this. I can be the hero. I can do this. Yeah! And gets arrested for it and also doesn't stop him.
Miles per hour. Again, he is going south on Santa Fe. Making the turn onto Compton Boulevard. A right turn. Westbound Compton Boulevard to complete the circle, and around we go as he continues through the bottom of the 10 o'clock hour, a pursuit going on our...
he was thinking, how bad could 12 miles per hour hurt? Exactly. He's like, my car's a piece of shit anyway. They'll probably give me a medal for stopping this menace. I'll do it. And then he half-assed it, so he just pulled out pretty quickly, and it completely didn't work.
We'll take him.
He has definitely increased the speed. Exit Prime, Dixie. Yeah, I hope we see him again. Like, he starts chasing the guy.
Suspect continuing westbound on Compton Boulevard at a snail's pace. Again, only about 25 miles per hour with CHP right behind him, forming a traffic break. So nobody can really come up behind them here to interfere. So they are ready if he does come to a stop. Not seeing many units.
I don't think this thing can stop. I'll just tell you.
These intersections, quite frankly, awaiting him. I would have anticipated by now we would have seen another spike strip attempt, but we're not seeing that. Just those 4 or 5 units right behind him with the helicopter overhead. You see the night sun occasionally in the shot there. He is...
oh my god. Whoa! Whoa! Are they finally going to pit him?
And somebody's given the go-ahead.
Whoa!
Him out of control, doing a 180. He is pushing the pedal to the metal. Another collision with another officer.
Oh my God, he's going 12.
Coming around that light pole.
He's going 12, Nathan.
Spun around in a full 180.
Oh,
collision
no.
with CHP.
Get the Jeep guy back out here. He was closer.
Right through those officers in the back there, and away he goes. Another pit.
Oh God! Now it's going to be another 2 hours before they try that again.
Really frustrating for these CHP officers. This could not be more frustrating, quite frankly.
You just helped him with his U-turn, if anything.
It
was speed run tech.
Watch Commander gives the go-ahead. It looked like a good one, and then he pushes the pedal to the metal, floors it. Not really fast, but certainly made contact
Thanks to the resub,
with the front end of that one CHP unit. Drove around that pole and is now going eastbound. He's now eastbound on Compton Boulevard. If they see another
God,
opportunity,
Jesus
imagine
Christ.
they're gonna try.
Oh, wait, it's the same guy. Is he going to do it again? Oh, you can't on this street. This one's a little too busy.
He's coming back for more.
But he is lurking. He's angry. He's got a head of steam. He's mad.
Coming back for
Make me look silly, huh? I was the #1 pit maneuver expert in the academy. I'll have you know, bub. Come here, Buster.
Over the paint, through another red light.
Oh, he wants it so bad, too. He wants it so bad.
Try to make contact once again.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, baby.
Here it comes. Left,
You won't make a fool of me twice.
CHP SUV making contact, a full speed maneuver, spinning did a 360, not enough to disable the vehicle. Continues to go.
Oh, I thought the cop's car had, like, hit one of the barriers. He takes himself out. Oh, God damn it. Third time's the charm. Come on. Officer action out here. Please, good Lord. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's money. That's money. He's immune to pit maneuvers. Back to the drawing board. He's too good. He's just giving him a spin cycle. Oh, maybe the plan's to make him dizzy. So that way he like... Oh, surely this one. Oh, actually, yeah, that one did work. Okay. That's all she's got. Or maybe... Or maybe...
He's still able to run. Gassing it again. He's doing about 5 miles per hour with
Hey, that's more than 0. Sometimes that's all you need.
10 miles per hour, coming to a slow crawl, and that is probably it.
Yeah, that'll probably be all she wrote.
This Kia is
Give him one more pit maneuver on the way out.
Another possible pit.
A little tap on the ass for good luck.
Number 6 in this pursuit, and let's see. He's going to need to pick up a little bit more speed for an effective pit. But he might have the opportunity here.
He's just goading him into it. Hey, go a little faster. Come on, idiot. Yeah, show me the accelerator.
Pull right up behind that left rear corner once again.
Oh, he's going way... Look at that radius!
Ooh. Ooh. Slow
No!
Under the overpass. That is Alameda.
No, it's been censored by the overpass.
Alameda and Rosecrans. There he is. Officers with their guns drawn. The vehicle.
The most crucial pit, and they censored it. I'm gonna wait a minute just in case things get a little hairy. I don't want any TOS problems here. Thanks, Resub. Grim, Sick, Ashton, and the bits, Sylvie. You're good, they got him? Okay.
At a complete stop, face to face, hands up in the air. He's putting up a fight. He is not cooperating. They're dragging him out. That's it.
I don't know about that. He had both hands in the air.
After he ended up face to face,
like the worst fight ever.
With those officers. Must have been one more pit maneuver down there, and now he is being pulled out of his vehicle.
What a chase! What a chase!
Oh boy. Well, that couldn't end much better or much safer because the potential for...
I love this commentator. He's very clear he is enjoying it. It couldn't have ended any better. He takes it as entertainment.
6 pit maneuvers.
It is literally a sport.
Bring this suspect into custody.
Exhibit Sylvie and the resub Honey Bones. And the Prime Just.
Officers clearing the vehicle. Code 4 given. You can see them about to pop the trunk there. And
oh, are we taking that bumper as a souvenir?
One driver in custody, about to be hauled off to Men's Central Jail after a wild and dangerous pursuit here in Compton. CHP's got their man, and that'll do it for our coverage from up here in Air 7. Keep it right here on abc7.com and Eyewitness News. Coming up in just 8 minutes, reporting live from Air 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Great work, Chris. Great work, per usual. Chris is like the John Madden of LA police chases. Excellent, as always, Chris. I think what he needs next time, though, is like one of the NFL boards where they start like drawing on it, like, here's the potential play. What Andy Reid's most likely looking to do here is going to be a slant route. Like, he could do that for these police chases. Like, the suspect's going 25 miles per hour. He's got a couple of options here. If he wants to take the correct route, he's going to want to go down East Compton, where there's less speed bumps. You know, really get into it.
Hey there, go ahead, Matt.
Oh, hey, Chris. What happened? Did he carjack one of the police vehicles? What's going on, Chris? I've just been told they're letting him off with a warning. Oh. That must have been an accident. Excellent chase. That was a wild one. And by wild, I mean the slowest chase I've ever seen, but what an ending. What an ending. He's a bit Sylvie. I think so. They do a great job with it. Thanks to Resub Lapis. "6 pit maneuvers and your car can keep going" is the best Kia ad I've ever heard. That was a very impressive Kia ad, both for endurance and durability. That was impressive. It was eating pit maneuvers like cereal. It was getting pit maneuvered, but it turned it into like a beautiful ballerina's pirouette.